now at 8, a series shift. The Red Sox looking to take the lead in the ALCS with a win on the road in Houston.
Police investigating after another deadly shooting in Dorchester. What the commissioner is saying about the disturbing trend of violence.
And developing in the Middle East, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo touching down in Saudi Arabia, hoping to learn more about a missing journalist.
And put to the test, Senator Elizabeth Warren's DNA results now drawing criticism from President Trump and Cherokee Nation.
This is 7 News Today in New England.
All right, it's 8 o'clock on your Tuesday morning. We want to start with a live look outside. You do see the sun shining. Thanks for being with us. I'm Amaka Ubaka.
And I'm Caitlin McCauley. It's good to see the sun coming out. It was a little gray yesterday.
Yeah, gray yesterday. We didn't see a lot of sunshine. And one thing we did see overnight into this morning, Josh, were those winds.
Yeah, the winds of change, bringing back all that sunshine. But, man, it's a cold wind out there, and it was very strong through the overnight. Some wind gusts topping 50 miles an hour at times. Thankfully, they've calmed down a lot, but today will still be a breezy day as we go throughout the afternoon. These are current wind speeds right now, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour. This is about where they stay for most of the day today. We could see an occasional wind gust, 25 to 30 miles an hour. So it is still breezy today, just not as bad as what we had through the overnight. Temperatures right now, they're dropping with that colder wind. 48 in Boston, 43 in Fitchburg. Jaffrey, we're at 40. And despite the sunshine, we're struggling to warm because the wind is just blowing in colder temperatures. So besides the cool air, we're in a dry pattern. Our only chance of rain will be on Wednesday, and it's a small chance. We'll talk about that and a few days in the 7-day forecast where we could be stuck in the 40s coming up in a few minutes.
The Red Sox playoff push on the road now. The series all even heading into tonight's critical Game 3. The Sox needing to win at least once in Houston to bring back the ALCS to Fenway. 7's John Coco is live at Fenway this morning with more on tonight's big matchup. John.
Yeah, Maka, after the Red Sox and the Astros split the first 2 games of this series right here at Fenway Park, the ALCS now shifts down to the Lone Star State, the home of the defending World Series champs.
The Red Sox working out down in Houston Monday, ahead of 3 straight days of games in Texas.
This is one of the toughest places to play. You know, fans are loud, they're really about their team, and they have a good team too. They have a legit reason why, and but we're a good team too, and we have a great fan base. I'm sure it's going to be here, and we'll be ready to go.
The Red Sox are hoping Chris Sale will be ready to go as well. The lefty is set to rejoin the team in Houston today after spending Sunday night at Mass General for a stomach illness.
Everything is fine, so we'll see how he feels physically, and then after that we'll decide what we're going to do.
Alex Cora does have his guy for Game 3, though, Nathan Eovaldi, set to take the mound in enemy territory for the second time this postseason.
I know they're going to be loud here, and I feel like with the roof closed and stuff, it gets even louder. So, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Pitching in this circumstance.
The Sox are perfect on the road in the postseason after closing out the Yankees in the Bronx. While many see the Astros as the best team in baseball, Boston isn't lacking any confidence in their squad.
You think it's the toughest team in the Major League Baseball?
Besides the Boston Red Sox, yes, but we can't play them. No, the Houston Astros, obviously they're the defending champs. We did what we did in the regular season, but they're the champs, so they're the ones everyone's chasing.
And so Game 3 is tonight down in Houston. A little bit of an early start, just after 5 o'clock. That's the latest live here at Fenway Park. John Coco, 7 News, Today New England.
And the Sox also getting some good news about their ailing ace, Chris Sale, joining the team in Houston after a brief stay in the hospital. Now the Sox need to figure out if he'll be able to make his next scheduled start. Sports Director Joe Emersino has more now from Houston.
Good morning. The Red Sox looking forward to seeing Chris Sale rejoin the team here today at Minute Maid Park in Houston. Alex Cora says he wants to check in with his ace and make sure he's all right before giving him the official green light to pitch on Thursday night in Game 5. The good news is it appears that Sale's stomach issue has been resolved.
He's out of the hospital. He'll be here with us tomorrow. Everything is fine.
I think we're all more concerned for his personal well-being and not necessarily the team. So to know that he's okay is definitely huge, and the fact that he can pitch Game 5 or whatever game it is even better.
Red Sox ace Chris Sale set to rejoin the team in Houston, and after spending Sunday night at Mass General Hospital with a stomach illness, his manager is anxious to see how his slender southpaw is looking.
We don't know if he's lost a lot of weight or anything because of this.
Hopefully not. Thank God it's nothing that is serious at all. So, like I said, he'll be here tomorrow, and hopefully physically he's ready to go, and we'll decide when he pitches.
It will be interesting to see how Alex Cora handles his bullpen today, with Nathan Eovaldi starting this game, Rick Porcello scheduled to go tomorrow, and the possibility of Eduardo Rodriguez having to pitch on Thursday in Game 5 if Sale can't go. Someone is going to have to step up in this Red Sox bullpen in relief and take on some meaningful innings today, and Alex Cora will have to push the right button again. Reporting inside Minute Maid Park in Houston, Joe Amorosino, 7 News, Today in New England.
And the Sox getting a little bit of good news before they take the field. Ailing ace Chris Sale again will be joining them in Houston. We just heard about that, and we're looking forward to that game in Houston. You'll want to stay with 7 News and for Joe's continuing coverage, Game 3, 4, and 5 there. And when we're not on the air, you can always get updates online at WHTH.com or with the 7 News app.
Now at 8, another deadly shooting happening in Dorchester. Police say that a young woman was found shot and killed inside of a car there. 7's Matt Rascone is live there now with more from the scene for us this morning. Matt?
Yeah, sadly, just the latest deadly shooting in less than 2 weeks, and it happened right here next to this preschool at Charles and Ditson Streets. Police say the woman was in a car when she was shot and killed.
8 deadly shootings in 10 difficult days for police and the communities.
My grandkids come and visit me over here, so I got a concern.
This woman didn't want to show her face, but says she was on her porch when she heard several shots fired at around 9:30 p.m. on Charles and Ditson Streets.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just got a concern. I just wish it would stop.
Police say a 24-year-old woman was shot and killed inside of a car, sadly marking the 47th homicide this year and the latest victim in a recent string of violence in Boston.
My heart goes out to these families.
7 people were killed in 7 separate shootings last week.
We're fortunate that no one else was hurt, and, God bless the victim. No one deserves that.
Police Commissioner William Gross says his department has helped take more than 500 guns off the streets, but that there are still too many.
Again, too many guns. Too many guns, too many guns.
Last week, city leaders pleaded for an end to the violence. Commissioner Gross said the answer isn't necessarily more officers on the streets, but a combined effort from law enforcement, religious leaders, and families to focus on helping troubled teens and adults.
We got visitors from out of town right now up here, and they trying to enjoy Boston, and they can't enjoy Boston because they come up here and all this is going on.
To those residents, you have every right to be concerned, and we're very disheartened that we've had this many homicides in such a short amount of time. But again, it just shows the importance of us working together as a neighborhood.
Police continue to investigate. They have not released the name of the woman. They're looking at, of course, who is responsible, but also whether this is connected to another shooting that happened on Friday, also nearby. Reporting live in Dorchester, Matt Rascone, 7 News, Today New England.
Also on 7, shocking home surveillance video captures a driver on a crash course smashing into parked cars in Dorchester. Take a look at this. You can see that driver's SUV damaging several cars before stopping in the middle of the street. The camera catching it all as it played out last Sunday. Neighbors say it was like a scene from a movie.
I thought Bruce Willis was going to jump out of the car and start shooting.
He came out, was like walking unstable. I wasn't sure if it's a shock or, I don't know, alcohol. And then he just walked around the car and left.
Neighbors say when he walked away, he left behind more than $100,000 in damage. No arrests have been made yet, but police say they are investigating.
New this morning, 3 people in Leicester are hospitalized with apparent carbon monoxide poisoning. Crews responding to the scene on Stafford Street last night. This is pictures of the scene. They say one of the victims was unconscious when they arrived. A gas hot water heater is believed to have caused the leak. And restoration efforts continue following the Merrimack Valley gas disaster. And now locked out National Grid workers will be allowed to individually offer their help. Union representatives releasing a statement saying locked out workers can coordinate with officials to assist in restoring gas service. They say they feel this is a necessary step because National Grid refuses to come to an agreement.
Now to a developing story in Saudi Arabia. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is in the country right now, hoping to learn more about the disappearance of a Washington Post journalist. Pompeo had a short meeting this morning with the king, then sat down with the crown prince. CNN is reporting that Saudi leaders are preparing to acknowledge the journalist was killed at the consulate while the White House waits for official word. 2 weeks ago, Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi walked into his consulate in Istanbul. The frequent critic of the Saudi government reportedly died sometime after entering the building. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is expecting information on Khashoggi's death while in the region.
He may go to Turkey, he may not. He may meet with all of them together, but we want to find out what happened. And he's got instructions to find out what happened.
His family issued a statement calling for an independent and impartial international commission to inquire into the circumstances of his death.
And we're working very close with Saudi Arabia and with Turkey, and they're working together to figure out what happened.
Ultimately, the question will be, who ordered it? And is their accountability serious, or is it a cover-up? That's what the world will want to know.
Some critics of the president say they're concerned about links between the White House and Saudi Arabia.
I have little doubt that the United States, at least the Trump administration, would do everything they can to protect the Saudis.
Turkish investigators spent about 9 hours searching the Saudi consulate, leaving early this morning. As the search for answers continues, numerous top business executives have pulled out of an upcoming investment conference in Saudi Arabia. And Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin is among those scheduled to go to that conference. President Trump says he'll decide by Friday whether Mnuchin will skip the event.
Hurricane relief on the president's agenda. President Trump and the First Lady touring areas in Florida and Georgia hit hard by Hurricane Michael. They walked through the debris and talked to some homeowners who lost everything. So far, 18 people have died as a result of last week's storm. Rescue crews say many more could still be missing. Tens of thousands of people remain without power. The president says the devastation was difficult to see.
To see this personally, it's very tough, very, very tough. Total devastation.
Governor Charlie Baker is now sending help down to Florida. He's authorized MEMA to send a 12-person team to help with response and recovery efforts.
President Trump responding to results of a DNA test from Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. In this new campaign video, Warren says a DNA analysis proves that she has Native American heritage. Earlier this year, President Trump pledged to donate $1 million to Warren's favorite charity if she took the DNA test. When asked about it yesterday, he backed down from that promise.
What about the money that you told her you would?
You mean if she gets the nomination in a debate where I was going to have her tested? I'll only do it if I can test her personally. Okay, that will not be something I enjoy doing either.
The Cherokee Nation also responded to the results. In a statement, they said in part, using a DNA test to lay claim to any connection to the Cherokee Nation or any tribal nation, even vaguely, is inappropriate and wrong. They went on to say Senator Warren is undermining tribal interests with her continued claims of tribal heritage.
8:13 is your time on this Tuesday morning. There's much more ahead on Today in New England, including dazzling down under. Thousands greeting Prince Harry and Meghan Markle with congratulations on their first day in Australia.
And taking a live look outside, we've got some heavy wind gusts to start your Tuesday morning. But is there any more rain on the way? Josh Worcester has the full forecast.
And later, fighting to keep his job, the mayor of Fall River now also facing eviction.
And I'm still tracking that fuel spill in Peabody on 95. I'll tell you exactly where it is after the break.
Welcome back in this Tuesday morning. It's 8:15. We've got a live look outside over the Zakem and skyline there. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. You can see the sun starting to come out. hoping the wind dies down a bit. That was really gusty this morning.
Oh, yeah. Last night and this morning, Josh, so much wind. I know you were saying, too, with the wind still kind of sticking around, those cold temperatures will hold as well.
Yeah, now the good news, it won't be nearly as windy as it was through the overnight, but it will still be a breezy day today. Check out some of these wind gusts. They probably woke you up through the overnight in some areas. Woods Hole, 55 miles per hour. The peak wind gust. Blue Hill at 50, and a lot of us into the mid to upper 40s, so it was close to that 50 mile per hour mark. So certainly gusty. Now here's the good news. These are the current wind gusts. Much better. It's still breezy out there, like I mentioned, gusting to 25 in Boston, almost 30 in P-Town right now. Worcester at 23, the current wind gusts. And notice a lot of us not picking up a wind gust right now. So it'll be a breezy afternoon, but we'll continue to see these wind conditions improve as we go through the afternoon hours with a lot of sunshine. Here's our only problem. Our winds are from the west today, and take a look what's off to the west. Plenty of cold air bottled up into the 30s. Again, just really not too far away. So as we continue with our breezy west winds, it's going to kind of counteract the sunshine a little bit. Yes, we warm up a little bit. We will be below average temperatures for most of us, topping out into the middle 50s today. Again, it's just going to be hard to counteract that cold push of air with the sunshine. Current temperature 48 degrees in Boston. Our high temperature so far today was 69 degrees at midnight. We've been falling ever since, and by about 6 o'clock we were at this number. So in 6 hours we fell 20 degrees, if that gives you any indication of how potent this cold front was. 40 degrees in Jaffrey as well as Worcester, the current temperature. Factor in the wind. Hey, the wind chill map is back. It feels like the 30s and lower 40s out there again because of that gusty wind, especially this morning. We'll see improvement through the afternoon. We also keep plenty of sunshine around today, so kind of a catch-22 because we get that cold air moving in. It's going to really clear out the skies. Temperatures in the 50s today. Again, west winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, really calming things down, 5 to 10 miles per hour with southwest winds. Our cooler spots typically are northwestern spots into the 30s. I think most of us, though, hold on to the 40s for our overnight low temperatures. And we have a very fall-like 7-day forecast here. A little bit warmer for your Wednesday, 59 close to 60 degrees. We can't rule out an isolated shower, but it's not significant stuff. Thursday, yeah, there's a shot of cold air, 45 degrees with sunshine. We do moderate a little bit just in time for the weekend. Maybe an isolated shower on Saturday. I think the bigger impact's just some cloud cover rolling through. You might get hit with a little sprinkle, but I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans. And then as we kick off next week, once again, Monday, another cold day, sunshine, high temperature is stuck into the 40s.
All right, Josh, thank you. A lot of cool temperatures ahead. Time now for Fast Track Traffic with Elena. What's going on out there?
We do have an alert this morning, too. Caitlin, good morning. Good morning, everybody. You're taking a live look at Peabody now. This is 95 southbound. A truck, that truck right here, hit some debris on the roadway and spilled some fuel on the roadway. So they're working to clean that up, and that's why that right lane is closed. It's going to be slow on 95 southbound leading up to the exit to Route 1 because of that. And there are more problems, too, to talk about, too, this morning. Another crash on 93 southbound. That's right at the exit to River Road. So 93 stop and go leading up to 128 and after that. An earlier problem on the Pike did clear. This one was right at the Market Street overpass. So it's going to be stop and go still after 128. Of course, the expressway is heavy. Coming in from the South Shore will be busy, and still delays in Charlton due to an earlier truck fire. Now only the right lane is blocked, but it's going to be stop and go on the Pike eastbound. This all happening near the Charlton Service Plaza. Your drive time right now on the expressway, about 35 minutes, almost 40 on the Pike, 40 certainly on 93. If you are taking the trains, there's a 35-minute delay to the Fitchburg train 408. The other trains and the T are on time.
7 News now to Australia, where locals are giving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle the royal treatment. Thousands greeting them on the first day of their trip. And just a day after their big baby news, 7's Chris Anderson is here in the newsroom with more.
Oh, baby. Pregnancy rumors surrounding the royal couple have been swirling for weeks now. And now Meghan Markle is showing off her baby bump. As the Duke and Duchess of Sussex continue their 16-day tour of Australia, the royal pregnancy announcement takes center stage.
We also generally couldn't think of a better place to announce the upcoming baby, be it a boy or a girl.
One of their first stops, the Taronga Zoo. Meghan Markle wearing a cream dress, barely revealing a baby bump. But it was the jewelry she wore that caught royal watchers' attention. Markle wearing butterfly earrings and a gold bracelet on the day they announced the baby, both pieces belonging to Princess Diana, Harry's late mother.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Tour continuing to the Sydney Opera House, where a child gave Meghan a toy koala for the baby.
Oh, so
Well, if one baby wasn't enough for the royals, Pippa Middleton, who is Kate Middleton's sister, of course, her due date is getting close. People reports that Pippa checked into the hospital on Monday, the same hospital where her older sister, Kate Middleton, gave birth to all 3 of her children. So not quite royal, but close enough, right? Back over to you guys.
Lots of little ones running around.
They'll
For
be
sure.
running around, and it's nice that she actually gets to show off her baby bump now.
Yeah, everyone's glad to see
hiding
it.
Yeah.
All right, well, coming up on the news station, a Halloween attraction deemed dangerous. Why Quincy officials have shut down Ghost Ship Harbor.
And a confrontation inside of an apartment building caught on camera. Why the woman involved has now been fired from her job.